afternoon, sir. May I ask you some questions?
Sure.
So, what do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living?
Yeah.
I work in private equity, real estate private equity.
What's your job detail?
I'm a senior vice president.
Where are you from?
Los Angeles.
Could you give some advice to young people?
What type of advice would you like? Work hard, continue to work hard, get a good education, see the world, travel, experience everything that you possibly can. Life is very short.
What was the most difficult period of your life?
Probably after college, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the rest of my life.
How do you spend it?
Oh, I worked my butt off. I tried everything that I could.
Yeah.
I got as much experience as I could. I put my head down, I worked hard, and I continued to rise up.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Hopefully retired. I've had enough flying around the world.
Do you like China?
I do. It's nice. I've been to all different Asian countries, and Shanghai has been fantastic.
What's your hobby?
What's my hobby?
Yeah.
Spending time with my son, playing baseball with my son.
What do you think the meaning of life?
If you can figure out the answer to that, please let me know. There is nothing. I would say health, happiness,
Yeah.
and finding a sense of purpose, something to do with yourself, something that you have a passion for.
Okay.
Find your passion.
First question. What do you do for a living?
I work for a medical device company, healthcare.
What is the best part of your job?
Being able to run a business is
Yeah.
very exciting. Every day you face new challenges and you get to grow as a person, learn new experiences, so it's quite interesting. Being able to be part of the healthcare industry is quite rewarding. Being able to help people's health is a nice thing,
So you really love your job?
of course.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from the United States.
Have a business to China.
Well, I've been living in China, in Beijing, for 8 years.
Could you give some advice to young people?
Know where you're going, have a goal, know where you want to go in your life, have a goal to reach something, make a plan to get there, and then just work hard to do it.
What do you think is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life, that's different for everybody. I don't know, I'm not that
You don't know.
smart, so everyone has their different definition.
What is the proudest things in your career?
Probably coming to China, doing having a completely different experience,
Yeah.
complete change of life. The progression I've made in the 8 years I've been in China probably has been the proudest.
If you go back in time and have a conversation with your younger self, what would you tell him?
What I told earlier was to have a clearer idea in my mind of what I wanted to do in the future and to have a better vision of where I was going. So I would give myself the same advice that I gave to you. All
Thank
right.
you. Have a good time. Also, do you mind ask you some questions? I want to ask you what to do for a living.
What do I do for a living?
Yeah.
I'm a pilot.
What's your first job in your life?
I was a flight instructor,
Where are you from?
California.
Could you give some advice to young people?
I would say follow a passion, create a passion, and
Passion.
follow your passions. I think that a lot of people don't have a direction, and so they don't have a passion. And
Yeah.
I think to be successful, you have to have a passion.
No offense, I just curious about it. What is the most amount of money you ever made in a single year?
Probably 450,000.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how satisfied are you with your life?
I would say a 10.
10. Wow.
And life is good.
What do you think is the meaning of life?
To enjoy family, friends, be respectful of others, think about others before you think about yourself.
Could you give some advice to young people who want to be a pilot?
It's a great career, it's great to be a pilot, so I would say start young, try to find an opportunity to learn how to fly and see if it's something that you would want to pursue.